Hey, I'm Jusko from ProudMoney.com, and in this video we are going to look at the best travel credit cards. But first I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not already. And if you have already, I thank you for doing so. So travel's starting to ramp up a little bit. Interest in travel credit cards starting to ramp up as well. Some pent-up demand out there. Now, in looking at the travel credit card market, this video is always difficult to make because it is difficult to know how to structure it. People's idea of what they want out of a travel credit card can be very different. Some people want to fly coach domestically and redeem as often as possible. Some people have more aspirational travel or maybe business travel where they want to rack up some miles so that they can be in first class or business class on a long haul flight overseas. And then some people, spend a lot on travel every month. Some people rarely spend on travel, but they want travel rewards. So a lot of different considerations can come into play. I'll talk about those as we go along. However, one consideration I do want to talk about right up front is the fact that if you are thinking about getting a travel rewards card, you should be someone that can either on a sort of consistent basis be spending $1,000 or more per month on your card, or at least on a short-term basis could spend that much so that you could take advantage of a big sign-up bonus that a travel card might have. So you don't want to miss out on those bonuses if you are considering a travel card. But if you're someone that doesn't spend all that much on your credit cards each month, a travel credit card probably isn't going to make sense. You're not going to be able to redeem it very often, and you might not get as much value as you would hope for. Oftentimes a cashback strategy where you just get as much as you can on every type of purchase you make would make more sense for you. That said, let's jump right in with the travel credit card strategy that I would advocate for the largest number of people, especially if you are someone that has not had a travel credit card before, and that would be to start with the Chase Sapphire Preferred. This is a card with a $95 annual fee, and the reason I put it up front, number one, is because it has a huge sign-up bonus as I make this video. It is 80,000 points if you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of having it. When you go to redeem, that is going to give you at least $800 worth of travel. Many times it is going to give you more, and we'll talk about that in a second. It gives you 2 points per dollar on your travel and dining purchases, 1 point per dollar everywhere else. That is not so great, but we're going to also talk about adding some other Chase cards where we put them all together, and this would make good sense. So if you can get this card, you can get that bonus, those 80,000 points, if you use the Chase Ultimate Rewards travel portal, which is basically like any other travel portal you have used where you can book a flight and book hotels and all that kind of stuff, you can use those points in that portal and you'll get even a 25% boost on their value. So normally we would think of them as being worth about a penny a point. In this case, you could think of them about 1.25 cents per point. 80,000 points then would give you $1,000 worth of travel value for a card that you paid $95 to get. So right up front, you're getting an awful lot of free travel with this card, and that is why I would say it is the place to start if you are thinking of getting a travel card, especially if you haven't had one before. Now, to be honest, once you move beyond that great sign-up bonus with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the card becomes somewhat ordinary unless you pair it up with other Chase cards and pool all of your points into the Chase Sapphire Preferred account. Use them in that Chase Ultimate Rewards portal to get that 25% boost on the value of those points. Overall, you can get yourself some good travel value there. It's easy to understand how this works. You get good value, and if for whatever reason you decide you can't use them on travel, you can also cash them out at a penny per point. So this is a nice system overall, especially again for people that maybe don't have as much experience using travel cards and aren't 100% sure on how they are going to use their points. For example, you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and then you go out and you get yourself the Chase Freedom Flex card, a no annual fee card that gives you 3 points per dollar or 3% back in rewards on your dining purchases. It gives you 5% back on travel purchases that you make through that Chase Ultimate Rewards portal. It gives you 5% back on purchases in certain categories that change each calendar quarter. So there is a calendar overall where you can earn 5% in different purchases, and that changes every 3 months. So you've got a 3% category, you've got multiple 5% categories potentially with this card with no annual fee, and then you can take all the points that you earn from that Chase Freedom Flex and pool them with the points from the Chase Sapphire Preferred in your Chase Sapphire Preferred account. account, and then make your travel purchases through the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal, where you're going to get an extra 25% boost on the value of those points. So if we're looking at that Chase Freedom Flex card and we think of 3% on your dining purchases, well then now we can think of that as a 3.75% reward, which is pretty nice on your dining purchases. On those 5% categories, we can think of those as being worth a 6.25% reward on those purchases. So when you put them all together, you can get a lot of value on the travel purchases that you make through that Chase Ultimate Rewards portal. And from there, you could even get other Chase cards, things like the Chase Freedom Unlimited or one of the Chase Business cards that gives you enhanced rewards in other purchasing categories. Pull them all together, put them through that Chase Ultimate Rewards portal with your Chase Sapphire Preferred and get that 25% extra value. Get yourself a lot of value on your travel purchases. Sometimes you will hear people talk about the Chase Trifecta or the Chase Quadfecta, which is really not even a word, but that means having 3 or 4 Chase cards in order to try to maximize all your points earnings and then putting them through that Ultimate Rewards portal to get good value. Now, one thing I haven't even mentioned yet when it comes to the Chase Rewards is the fact that you also can transfer your Chase points into the frequent flyer or hotel rewards programs of some big name partners that Chase has, including United, Southwest, Marriott, Hyatt, and some international airlines as well. You won't get the 25% boost if you do that, but it can be a nice way to use those frequent flyer programs in order to maybe top up if you have some miles or points with one of those programs to get yourself a free flight or a free night. Whatever the case might be, it gives you even more flexibility to use those points. So you can go through that portal and get the extra 25%, or you could transfer into one of the transfer partners. So that Chase Sapphire Preferred with the big upfront bonus, the 25% boost through the portal, the flexibility of points, even cashing them out at a penny a point if you choose, is a great place to start for people that haven't had a travel credit card before. Now, if you like how that all sounds, but you are someone that travels a lot, you put a lot of purchases on your credit cards, you might also consider the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which has a much bigger annual fee at $550, but it gives you a lot more. You get a big upfront bonus. You have a $300 travel credit that can partially offset that annual fee. You're getting 3 points per dollar on your travel and dining purchases through this card. You're getting access to the airport lounges through the Priority Pass Select program. So if you are in airports a lot, you can access the airport lounges in those airports. You also are going to get a 50% boost on your points when you use them through that Chase Ultimate Rewards program. So it's 25% boost with the Sapphire Preferred. With the Sapphire Reserve, it's 50%. And again, you can pool the points from other Chase cards with this card before you go and get that 50% boost. So you can get a lot of value out of it. Now, at $550 annual fee, you have to take advantage of that travel credit. You want to probably have those airport lounges as something that is desirable for you. Otherwise, it's not going to make sense. But for people that are hardcore travelers, this card can make even more sense than that Chase Sapphire Preferred. So those Chase points are valuable, they are flexible, they are easy to understand, but many people actually prefer American Express's membership rewards program over the Chase Ultimate Rewards program because they feel like they can take those American Express points and get outsized value with them. And what I mean by that is American Express has a lot of travel transfer partners. So if you sort of know what you're doing and you have sort of aspirational travel in your mind, maybe you want to fly first class to an international destination, or you want to stay at a luxury hotel that you normally would never be able to pay for if you paid in actual dollars, well then maybe you could find yourself an award ticket or an award stay that is for a relatively small number of points through the loyalty program that is a partner of American Express, and then you transfer your points into that partner program and then you use them to buy that thing. So maybe you have a $3,000 business class flight that you could get for 100,000 points through some loyalty program. You transfer 100,000 American Express points over to that, and you get what you could think of as $3,000 worth of value for 100,000 points, which oftentimes we would think of as being worth about $1,000. So you're actually getting 3 cents per point, which is more than you would get with many other redemptions. Now, if that sounds good to you, there's not necessarily an easy entry point into American Express cards that would be right for the most number of people. So we'll start from the top with the big kahuna, the American Express Platinum card, $550 annual fee, of a big upfront bonus. As I make this video, could be 75,000 points, could be 100,000 points, depending on the offer that you see. It gives you 5 points per dollar on your airline purchases, 5 points per dollar on prepaid hotel purchases through AmexTravel.com. You've got access to American Express's global airport lounge network, which is going to be the best of the airport networks if that is something that is important to you. You've got credits from Uber and from Saks Fifth Avenue that play into here. This is sort of an everything but the kitchen sink goes into the American Express Platinum card. For some people, they really love it. For some people, they kind of question the value of what they're getting for that $550 annual fee. But if it works for you and you are a hardcore traveler, that would be the place to start. For other people, it's going to be the American Express Gold card that makes sense. $250 annual fee, big upfront bonus, 4 points per dollar on dining, 4 points per dollar on groceries are sort of the things that stick out with this card. You have to be kind of a big spender, though, to make that $250 annual fee worth it. For some people, it's not going to be. For some people, it's going to make sense. Again, this is all going to depend on how much you value those American Express membership rewards points and how much value you believe you can get out of them when you use them for travel. Now, you can combine the points between American Express cards just like you can with the Chase program. A nice card that would be a complement to either that Platinum or Gold card, if you can qualify as a business, would be the Blue Business Plus card. No annual fee, 2 points per dollar on everything you buy with the card on up to $50,000 worth of purchases with that card. So unless you're a very big spender, that would probably cover you. The Amex Everyday card, another one perhaps that you would use, not as rewarding, but also complimentary to the American Express Platinum card in particular. Now, in my mind, going down the Chase path or the American Express path is going to be the most rewarding option to get those travel rewards that you want. However, you might be thinking at this point, well, what about airline cards? What about hotel cards? Why haven't I talked about those? In my mind, those cards are only really good in two situations. Number one, if you are going after a sign-up bonus from an airline that you're about to fly or a hotel chain that you are about to stay at, that can make sense. Number two, if you have a lot of loyalty already built up in terms of points or status or whatever with an airline or with a hotel chain, well, then the cards can be a capper to that. They can add to what you are earning so that you can redeem more often. They can get you to the next level of status. So for some people, they do make sense. And if you have that loyalty already, then obviously you should investigate the cards that are available with the hotel chain or the airline that you might have that relationship with. Otherwise, I don't think those cards are generally good for everyday spending. They give you less oftentimes than Chase or American Express are going to. Their points are not going to be as flexible because you can only use them at a certain airline or hotel chain. So they aren't going to be right for the most number of people. But by all means, if it makes sense for you, check those out. Now, some people can't or don't want to go with American Express or Chase, so let's talk about a few other travel cards that you definitely should take a look at. First, the Citi Prestige card, a card with a big annual fee at $495, but you have a $250 airline credit. You have a lot of big points opportunities with this card. This card also has a 4th night free feature, meaning that if you book a hotel for 4 nights or more through Citi's Thank You Travel portal, that 4th night will be free. So that can give you a ton of value, especially if you're staying at a hotel with a higher per night price. You have priority pass airport lounge access through this card. So this card can be a very attractive one for someone that does travel a lot and can take advantage of all of its features. US Bank Altitude Reserve Visa, $400 annual fee, but it has $325 in potential travel credits per year to offset that annual fee. Big upfront bonus, a lot of points earning opportunities, including 3 points per dollar on mobile wallet purchases. This is a card that some people are very big fans of. Two other cards to mention that I'm not really all that big of a fan of, but they have nice upfront bonuses and they're outside of the Chase American Express umbrella, so they are sort of another option. Bank of America Premium Rewards card and the Capital One Venture Rewards card. On an ongoing basis, I don't see either one of these cards as being all that much better than a good cash back card, so make sure you look closely at what you're getting from those cards to decide if you can get good value out of them. Some people do, but I'm not all that high on them. And then finally, some people spend a lot on travel, but they don't necessarily care about getting travel rewards in return, but they would like some enhanced cash back when they make those travel purchases. If that is you, cards to consider. Bank of America Cash Rewards card, no annual fee. You can get 3% back on your travel purchases. The Navy Federal Credit Union Flagship Rewards card, 3% on travel, 2% on everything else. There's a $49 annual fee there. Wells Fargo Propel American Express card, no annual fee, 3 points per dollar or 3% on most travel. A lot of other enhanced categories. This card may be going away, but as I make this video, still available. So that is the overview. In my mind, if you want simplicity, flexibility, but still good value, go down that Chase path. If you're willing to do a little more work to find those outsized rewards, American Express can make sense. Maybe the airline specific or hotel specific cards can make sense for you, or maybe one of those other cards that I talked about. It all depends on what you want, how much you spend on your cards, what your desires are, whether airport lounges matter to you, whether status matters to you, all sorts of stuff that I can't necessarily answer, but this should give you a pretty decent overview of the market and you can make your decisions from there. So that's it for this video. Questions, comments, put them in that comment section. Otherwise, I thank you for watching. And as always, please go to proudmoney.com where we do credit card reviews, we talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. Thanks for watching. Bye.